she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sucky sucky now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip my skin, suck it to me. And they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of fraction mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she?
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in.
Catching bees, I'm from the rock for real. Broski turn into a demon when he off them. Ride till I die. Hope that Jesus come and grind a wheel. That singing like Clay Aiken. R.I.P. to all my loved ones that ain't make it. Got a bond with the streets and I just can't break it. Run it up, now my safe done turned into my safe haven. Them racks in, okay. On the block I'll post up, I can't fade.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything.
The same place you came
Let's
from.
get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man incomplete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Here's Jackson.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him.
Captain Planet.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
That was well played there.
That Earth, Wind, and Fire that mixed on his ass.
Which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Levis now off of play action.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
1st and 10, it's Levis. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Levis. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Looking to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28 from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A throw over the middle, taken in. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Levis looking to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Little bootleg here. Levis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Levis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. He finds his man complete. It's Stanley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. A give up the middle to Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Levis. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try to run this one in, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Levis throwing again on second down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Levis sets up to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And taken right on the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down and 4. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Excuses.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Play action now. Levis.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Levis back to throw. This is caught by Addison.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They'll throw it again with Levis.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. need to take advantage of those opportunities,
Oh,
and this is a good one right in front
You
of
ain't
them.
got no gray?
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Hold on.
Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now it's Jackson off play action. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space.
And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Mitchell. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help.
Go get some grain, yeah.
As they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Third and goal, Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. Muscling free near the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On first down, it's Ali. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down, here's Levis. He finds his man, complete. That's Ali. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give running right is Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive, there he goes, right side. Look at the big fella go. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Levis to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Ali. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Levis looking to throw. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 95 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls, because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Flush to his right. That is caught, Bateman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Now Jackson going to shift him around. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down now, it's Ali. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Jackson. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
That one into the hands of Flowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Jackson to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Tucker now to add the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Levis.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Levis, he'll look to throw it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle.